Hello, fellow peasants. Today I'll be reviewing 2015's Krampus. Alright guys, so I just got done watching 2015's Krampus. This came out in 2015, directed by Michael Dougherty. He's the same director that did Trick or Treat back in 2007. So if you're a fan of Trick or Treat, like that anthology Halloween movie, I think you would like Krampus. For those of you who have seen this movie, I think you'd all agree that Michael Dougherty keeps the same style and vibe as Trick or Treat. He has a very unique style, I think. His films look similar and they have similar tones, and I really like the dark humor that's in his films. So what is Krampus about for those of you who haven't seen it? Well, first of all, Krampus is a very old German folk tale. Basically, he is the anti-Santa Claus. Krampus comes and punishes bad kids, and as opposed to Santa Claus, who comes and rewards good kids. And he's kind of like a goat-looking figure. That's how he's usually illustrated. He's like a goat-looking guy with a tail and stuff like that, kind of like creepy looking. But anyway, so the movie is basically about this family at Christmas time, and it primarily focuses on the son in the family, and he's kind of having issues still believing in Santa Claus and whatnot. He doesn't know if he believes in Santa Claus anymore, and his family's fighting a lot, and because they have some family members come over and they get into a huge fight because they're not really like, it's not blatantly stated in the film, but it's kind of like they're politically not aligned, the family members in this film, and so there's a lot of arguing, a lot of cultural differences, and so they get into a big spat at dinner, and the kid's like, screw this, I'm sick of Christmas, I'm sick of my family. And he rips up his letter to Santa Claus and throws it out the window. And the next thing you know, the neighborhood, the town, all the lights have shut out, all the electricity's out, and there's a huge blizzard hits overnight, and they're snowed in. And the rest of the film is basically just them trying to survive, keep the fireplace going. People wander out of the house and get lost and killed, and they're just trying to survive and not get killed by Krampus and his evil little minions that follow him around. What do I like? What do I not like about Krampus? Well, what I like, the main thing I like about the film is the humor. I think it's a really funny movie. I'm not going to get into specifics. If you haven't seen the film, you can watch it and you know what parts I'm talking about. But the humor in this is really good. It's like how humor used to be, in the 80s and 90s. I think that's why I like it. It's not over the top dirty or nothing like that. It's just good humor. It's just good old-fashioned humor. I do like the cinematography in the film. I think the way it's shot is very nice. Just like Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat was shot really good. I don't know if Michael Dougherty used the same DP for both films. It looks that way, but who knows? I'm not sure about that. And like the colors in the film look good. I asked for the 4K for Christmas. I don't have the 4K. I just watched the standard Blu-ray, and the standard Blu-ray looks really great. I mean, the standard Blu-ray, even compressed down to 1080p, still looks really good. the original film. The film was mastered at 2K. So even when I get the upgrade for the 4K, it won't be 4K. It will be an upscaled 4K because the film was only rendered at 2K and finished that way. But it looks excellent on 1080p still. The color grading looks great. I don't have the 4K uncut version. I heard that the uncut version only adds in like a few F-bombs and a few other scenes. But the reason I want the upgrade is because I want that little boost in clarity, and I want the HDR. And if that's the original intent of the director to have those extra 2 or 3 F-bombs and whatever else is in the film, even though it might not add much, I'd rather have that. I'd rather have the original intent, whatever it was before they decided they wanted the PG-13 rating for the wide release. So I like how the film looks. Is the story very original? No, but it was the first to really put Krampus on the map. Most other Krampus movies were super B-rated horror movies, which I like. I like those movies. I like B-rated horror movies, but I'm not. I don't think that Krampus got much representation until this film. This was a wide release film, and to me it is the best Krampus movie. It's like the Krampus movie in my opinion. I like the claustrophobic feel of the film. I like that they're stuck inside. It's a blizzard. You can't really go out. There's not even salt trucks. The whole town just seems to be dead, and you're just stuck inside wondering what's going on outside. You got these magical creatures trying to break in and kill you. So that's nice. It's a nice claustrophobic, isolated situation, and I really like. I like making movies like that, and I like watching movies like that. What do I not like? I think it lulls in some areas. I think there are parts where it's a bit dragged out, which is why I'm glad that the uncut doesn't add too much. I think the runtime for this could be about 10 minutes shorter or more. What else do I not like? Trying to think here, because I really like this movie. I'm trying to think. I'm getting nitpicky here. So the runtime's 10 to 12 minutes too long, I think. I think it could have been just slightly more violent. I'm not saying I want guts and gore in this movie, but there could have been a little bit more violence, in my opinion. And but that might be added in somewhere into the uncut that I don't know. This review is strictly for the PG-13 version. I think I would have liked to see Krampus just a tiny bit more. It is a bit of a slow burn in the sense you don't really see much at all up until the third act, which I like movies like that. But even when you get to the third act, you don't see Krampus a whole lot. And I'm a big fan of less is more. But for some reason with this film, I just feel like we could have got a little bit more of him. The majority of the film relies on showing you his henchmen, like his gingerbread men and the Jack in the Box that eats the kid and all that. And so, one of my favorite, I will say this, one of my favorite comedic lines in the film is when the elves, the evil elves, and Krampus like basically just bust through like the living room wall, and the hillbilly family member, like he's like the cousin Eddie of the movie. He's like, "What's this twisted what is this twisted fairy tale horse shit?" It's like it's like one of the best. It's one of, I don't know why I like it so much, but basically all the minions and Krampus bust into this living room, and they're all standing there, and they're all just like, "What is going on?" And he drops that line, like, "What's this twisted fairy tale horse shit?" or whatever he says. It's hilarious. It's just the way he delivers that line. But yeah, that's it. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies to watch. It's not super scary. Kids can watch it. There's nothing bad in it or anything like that. It's mostly a kid-friendly movie. Yeah, it's got some creepy stuff in it, but, you know, whatever. And that's about it, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of Krampus. Whether you've seen it, you haven't seen it, if you like it, you don't like it. If you've seen the 4K uncut version and you think it's better or worse, or you don't think it added much, let me know what you think about that down in the comments below too. Anyway, have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.